This is the Unbreakable Golfers podcast, where we're shining a light on your pain and weakness and how it is affecting your positions, your power and your performance on the golf course.
There is no finish line. Quick question. When was the last time you set a big challenge that you'd most likely fail? Now what I mean is, say for instance, you'll have people that do New Year's resolutions, which is going to be coming up in the next few months. And what they would do is they say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do X, I'm going to do Y, I'm going to do Z. And obviously they get the momentum in the first week and then it just sort of filters out. But most of the time throughout the year, most people don't set big enough targets. So if you was to set a target that doesn't challenge you and doesn't scare you a little bit, then the motivation to do it isn't there. It's no different to if you've got a deadline to do something and it's an impossible deadline and there's no way anyone can hit it and it's impossible. Why are they trying to hit this deadline? And somehow out of the blue you hit the deadline. And it's because the impossible task was made possible because there was a vision put in front of it. So most people will set targets in mind, body and golf, and they say what they would like. Yeah, I'd like to be off single figures, or I'd like to add 15 yards, or I'd like to be able to play more often, whatever it is, be more powerful. They set the things that they would like, but they never really challenge themselves to a level that they would probably fail, because no one likes to look like a failure. I've said it before. Most people aren't scared of failing because they fail throughout the day. I'm going to do this, don't do it. I'm going to do that, don't do it. But what they don't like is looking like a failure. And that's what most people do. That's why you won't set a big target. Because, you know, with big targets, and especially committing to that target, whether you do it in person with people you know or socially, like a social media post, as soon as you do that, you've made yourself accountable and you've made yourself a target. And if you don't hit it, other people that are not chasing targets will go, look at them, they didn't hit the target, because they're just living the mediocre life, which is like based on I think it's Theodore Roosevelt Man in a Marina quote, which is fantastic, by the way. Those cold and timid souls that know neither victory nor defeat. Yeah, so if you was to set a target, a challenge that was so far out of where you are right now, and you knew that the person you are right now, it's impossible for you to hit that target. So you have to physically transform across mind, body and golf to hit that target. And you set these targets across mind, body and golf, and you linked all three of them together, so it was impossible for you to hit all three unless you changed your behaviour. That fear, that target would actually get you in so much momentum, will make you look at stuff so much differently, that you'll be surprised that the results that you would get over a 90-day period just trying to become that person, even if you didn't hit it. So inside Unbreakable Golfers, every 90 days we set these games. Yeah, you'll set a 12-month game, which is the long-term vision, which is impossible for you to hit if you continue to have the same habits and behaviours that get you there. Then you have a 90-day challenge, and in that challenge you have to transform yourself so that when you get closer to your long-term game, whether it's 12 months, 18 months, whatever it is, even though it's still difficult, you've had to transform as a person, and the only way you transform is to change your habits, behaviours, and you do that by changing the stories you tell yourself. I can't do it. People say this, that won't happen. That's happened before. Someone else done it and they failed. All stories. Doesn't mean that you have the ability, the skill set to get the results that you want, but you can't get the skill set without the mindset with it. So in Unbreakable Golfers, we call this the pain prison. So most golfers are stuck in a current pain prison, which is physical or mental pain, past or present. So you might have current pain in your elbow, you might have current pain in your mindset when you walk onto the first tee and you're like, oh, have I practiced enough? Oh God, I don't like this hole. I need 4 or 5 holes to warm up. or you could have past pain. So your upper back doesn't move because you haven't really done the work to get your upper back to move. So past pain, the way your body is adapted to that, affects your body. And past pain would be same hole, you're playing well, but the last 3 times you played that hole, you've hacked it left, you've smashed it to bits, you've put it out of bounds, whatever it is, and that past pain's on your mind. Now, if you was to change your story on both of these things, you'd be able to get yourself into action. And obviously, you can't steer a parked car. So you need to get into motion. Setting big targets, allowing yourself to dream, having the fear of failure, and being able to share that with someone. You ain't got to go on social media, but someone that you then have to say, yeah, I didn't do it, or oh yeah, I couldn't do it, or I tried X, Y, Z. That fire is enough that can help you transform. If you think of all the things you've done in the past across mind, body and golf, the golf clubs you've bought, the new software, the new training aids, whatever it is you've built for the golf swing, the exercises that you looked on YouTube and done a couple of them and done it for 2 or 3 days and was like, yeah, that don't work. Like eating healthy. If you eat healthy for 2 or 3 days and you go, why am I not super healthy now? Or even when it comes to your mindset, do you know what? I'm going to stop saying those words. I'm going to stop having this negative self-talk. I'm going to stop telling that story. And you don't literally do anything to change those stories. Just use something like, I'm not going to do that again. Set big targets. Give yourself an opportunity to dream again. Give yourself an opportunity to fail and consequences from that failure. If it's just some idiot that says, you didn't do that. Yeah? Well, at least I fucking tried. Now, as always, a couple of questions for you. Where are you across your mind, your body and your golf unwilling to set big targets even though you want big results? Follow-up question. What is the one reason, the story behind the fact that you won't commit to those actions? What is the story you're telling that's holding you back? Because if you change that story, or at least question that story, you're more likely to get into momentum. Now, if you want to understand how we set these big targets, feel free to go on unbreakablegolfers.com. Regardless, set big targets. Don't be scared to fail. Remember the saying, those cold and timid souls that know neither victory nor defeat. Good luck.
For more information on golf performance, by increasing your power, by getting in better positions, by working on your body and mind, go to unbreakablegolfers.com and sign up to the free asset.